Honestly, and with zero exaggeration, this is the best Jujutsu Kaisen episode ever. Better than Shibuya episodes? Absolutely. I don't know if I'm still under the effect of the episode or what, but what I watched was straight up insane and way beyond my expectations. And to be fair, this level makes sense when you know who worked on the episode. Hakuyu Go, the director of episode 17 season 2, Itsuki Tsuchibami, director of Sukuna vs. Jogo, Sauta Shigetsugu, storyboard artist for Luffy vs. Kaido, and many more. This episode adapted 5 chapters, not the usual 2, and that's a terrifying flex from MAPPA. Dropping an episode this long with this insane production is wild. It felt like a short movie, and it finally pulled us back into the real Jujutsu Kaisen vibe after the longest lecture arc in anime history.
But before we start though, I just want to thank everyone who watches. Without you, I wouldn't have reached this number. Yeah, it's not that huge, but I'm genuinely happy with it. And to me, it is big. And if we hit 10,000 subs before mid-year, maybe a giveaway? Why not?
The episode starts with Maki, who reaches the Zenin clan estates after her and the others split missions. That motherfucker Naoya talks to her with his usual audacity and calling her trash. We know that he used to bully and abuse her in the past. Maki ignores him and heads to the basement, also ignoring her mother's warning not to go down there. The entire clan is racist as hell toward Maki, but all of this is just obstacles. Obstacles that will awaken the monster inside her. Maki enters the storage room and finds her bitch-ass father waiting. Mai is on the floor and badly injured. The asshole anticipated everything and cleared the room of cursed tools. At the same time, the conspiracy is revealed. Junichi explains to Naoya that Megami is the best candidate for clan head due to his ties with Gojo and Noritoshi Kamo, but they plan to exploit the Jujutsu headquarters decision. Unsealing Gojo is classified as a crime, so they decide to execute Megumi, Maki, and Mai as traitors plotting to free Gojo. 2 birds, 1 stone. Back to the abusive father who wants to kill his daughters. Ogi asks Maki why she thinks his brother was chosen over him. Maki fires back, asking if it's because he's a filthy piece of shit willing to murder his own kids. Ogi draws his sword.
Maki grabs Dragon Bone in a reverse grip. She blocks his first strike and counters using the cursed energy recoil from the blade. With insane reflexes, Ogi counters with his flaming curse technique, slicing Maki before the broken blade even hits the ground. Her eye is cut, glasses shattered, and her abdomen split open.
Ogi cries, saying he was never clan head because his children were worthless. One of the most fucked up fathers I've ever seen. A selfish, abusive, narcissistic failure who hates his own kids. He drags both daughters like trash bags. He throws them into a massive room full of countless grade 2 and lower cursed spirits meant for discipline. Before leaving, he mocks Maki one last time. Barely conscious, Mai props Maki's head on her thigh, checks her pulse, opens her mouth, calls it sucks, then blows air into her mouth to revive her. Maki wakes up in a dreamlike beach space, like she was rescued from drowning. Mai explains she'll use construction to create something and then die from exhaustion. She reveals the brutal truth. Twins in the Jujutsu world are considered a curse. They're treated as one entity. To gain something, you must lose something. Mai's cursed energy was holding Maki back. No matter how strong Maki tried to become, Mai's existence pulled her down. Mai decides to die, taking all shared cursed energy with her, freeing Maki completely. She asks Maki for one last thing. Maki takes a small rod from her sister's hand and remembers their childhood when they were happy little kids. Next moment, Maki returns to reality and enters destruction mode. Destroy everything. The dad freezes in place from sheer terror. He's felt this aura before and tried to forget it so many times. From who? The great Toji! In 1 second, before the fight even starts, Maki slices her father's face. Yes, from that moment, a new Maki is born. The alarm rings across the whole clan mansion. That stupid kid says Maki went crazy and killed her father. The Kokuru unit gets assigned and is now responsible for taking her down. Their leader says she probably killed Ogi while he was asleep or in the bathroom because she has no chance against him. He has no idea what's coming in a few minutes is going to be total ruin for all of them. Seconds later, the Kokura unit surrounds Maki and attacks. Maki unleashes the monster inside her. Yeah, criminal is the mildest word for what happened. The unit leader arrives and gets shocked at what he sees. Maki senses a nearby surge of curse energy coming from Chojuro Zenin. She tries to dodge, but it hits her. In that moment, the Hei arrive, the strongest sorcerers in the Zenin clan. Maki breaks the stone hands and kills 2 in the blink of an eye. The stupid kid restrains her to let Junichi strike. Junichi lands his attack on Maki, but seconds later, his head is in her hands. Unprecedented brutality. Then that son of a
Naoya shows up to get his share. He asks her if she has no heart, and in an iconic scene,
ああ、あいつが持ってっちまったからな。
Then we see a flashback of Naoya as the spoiled child being asked who is that loser in their clan who have with 0 cursed energy, and he finds out the answer himself in a scene he'll never forget. Back to the legendary fight, Naoya attacks Maki with his insanely fast strikes, hit after hit, not letting her breathe. Naoya wants to prove that the one who stand next to Toji and Gojo as one of the strongest, not Maki. Maki's body became steel, yeah, but she's still injured from her battles with Ogi and the Hei. Maki decides to take the attack head-on and enter Shiranui Gata stance. She tries to endure Naoya's monstrous blow to stop his movement, even if it costs her a few ribs. Naoya, like he read her plan, doesn't hit her directly. He barely touches her with his palm. That forces Maki to follow his ability's 24 frames per second rule, and if she breaks the rule, she freezes in a single frame for a full second. Naoya still charging at max speed, but the truth, Maki didn't freeze. Actually, her new body let her see that Naoya moves 24 times per second, and she's fast enough to keep up with the rule and not get trapped. Maki suddenly turns and counterattacks and smashes Naoya's skull with one devastating hit. Then we see Maki corner her mother in the kitchen, wanting to know why she told her to go back and not enter the storage room. Her mom is extremely shaken, and then what we know happens.
Naoya is crawling on the ground like a half-assed loser thinking he escaped Maki, but Maki's mother walks up from behind, injured with cuts across her throat, and finishes off the filthy Naoya. Before Maki's mom takes her final breath, she admits she was happy she gave birth to the twins. I'll explain the difference between the mom's view of the two girls versus the dad's in a moment. Maki leaves the Zenin grounds carrying Mai's corpse. Maki leaves Mai's body with Momo to take care of it. Momo asks Maki what she'll do now, but Maki keeps walking in silence. The episode ends with describing the horror of what happened after. According to official records, all Zenin clan members who weren't present that day died violent deaths. No cursed energy traces were found, except tiny remnants coming from a cursed tool. A few days later, the Gojo and Kamo clans proposed removing the Zenin clan from the 3 great sorcerer families, but Jujutsu headquarters decided to delay the ruling until notice given.
I don't even know what to say. The episode was insane and brought back the Jujutsu Kaisen atmosphere after the calm in the previous episode. Not that calm, because the info drop was shocking, but I mean the fighting drama vibe. You got me. Let's talk about the father and mother's relationship with the twins, since some people might have been surprised by the mom's reaction before she died. Starting with the dad. Ogi's relationship with Maki, he sees Maki as a political embarrassment, not as his daughter. Ogi was chasing the clan head status, and when he didn't get it, he started tying his failure to having 2 daughters who don't fit the Zenin standards built on cursed energy and inheritance. That makes his relationship with Maki all about blame projection. Instead of fighting the system that sidelined him, he punishes the weakest link, the one whose existence exposes his contradictions as a father and as a sorcerer. To him, Maki is a threat. Maki left the clan and worked on herself as an abnormal case, proving strength doesn't have to come only from cursed energy, and that's enough to shake Zenin's entire image of who deserves respect. That's why Ogi didn't treat her like a daughter with a different path. He treated her like a rebellion that must be crushed. That's clear in how he lures her to the tool storage after emptying it and uses injured Mai as leverage. He's basically fighting the possibility that Maki becomes living proof the clan is wrong, because that proof would destroy the foundation he survives on mentally and socially.
But with the mom, it's a little different. The mom is silent and restricted by Zenin customs. Sometimes she shows cruelty in words, sometimes she hints warnings, but she rarely takes direct protective action, and that's radically different from Ogi. Maki's mom is unnamed among the Zenin family members, and that alone reflects how marginal her role is inside the clan compared to the men with power, and that shows how rotten the Zenin clan is from the inside. The mother acts from weakness and fear inside an authoritarian household, while the father acts from power and the right to discipline the clan grants. That's why I don't hate the mom as much as the dad, and I sympathize with her a bit, even though I still think her role in protecting her kids should have been stronger.
In the end, my rating for the episode is definitely
definitely a 10 out of 10, an episode that delivered everything a perfect episode needs. I'm super hyped for the upcoming episodes and the final setup for the start of the culling game and Hakari entering the picture. And yeah, one last thing. Yeah, I read the manga, but that doesn't stop me from waiting for the anime episodes and actually enjoying them too and giving my opinion. So yeah, that's all I got for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and peace.